have done relatively well from I can't remember off the top of my head. I forgot to note down how well they did. Sorry, fourth in Season 2 champions. So a very, very strong team. But if these guys are fourth and Vanguard are being level with them, we got something quite interesting coming towards the major.
Oh yeah, especially this is the EMEA region, right? So it's gonna be very. I'm from NA. You're from EU, so you probably got a bit more watch time in on the EU events than I have. So, but it seems to me, from a viewer perspective, that EU has a lot more meta shifts. NA seems to be a lot more brawly, stick to the meta, try to just outgun the enemy. It seems that EU has a lot more strategies going into it here, especially with things like the APS turret and just diving into the fight. That APS turret's gonna keep them safe as they brawl out. Manda and Red Fox down, Krieger cleaned up early. What a quick opening from Vanguard.
Very, very quick. It was done, dusted, and again, as you were just pointing out, the difference in meta, the difference in ability to bring different weapons out, different abilities. We're seeing the APS turret very helpful in a scenario. And look at this placement.
Wow.
That is a beautiful winch, and I've always struggled when I drop onto heavy to get a winch that perfect. So I don't know how good your winch is.
Let me give you some advice. When you winch the bottom of the cash out, you can jump and make it do a flip, and it makes it go further. So it also depends on where you winch the cash out. So Drax there, winching the bottom of it, taking a little hop as well, gets him to pull it out way further than if you were to just grab it in the middle and walk back a little bit. Your movement and where your winch claw's placed is going to affect how far you can get that cash out to pull. And there's Manda pulling the cash out towards stairs. We'll see if he sticks this.
Oh, Drax hidden inside the same building that Krieger Blue was sitting in. I don't think Krieger realized someone was there, but now, well, Drax left in the open, Executor left alive. He will go for the res and sacrifice a point, but I don't think this is going to get stolen in time. There's a possibility Executor and Drax could deny again if they wanted to.
I don't know. They've gated above, looking in for it. Oh, they get the flip, but there is a kill, but it's not in favor of Vanguard. Red Fox takes out Drax, and it's Executor all on his own as Arpika's coined in. He's so far from the fight, and he's just got to give it up. I mean, that's just the defib in action there. Krieger not only instantly getting that defib, but then hopping on the res immediately. That gets both his teammates up. Despite one of them being half health, that gets both his teammates up, while Executor has to spend the full res time just for one. That defib made the difference there in the fight, and it's good defib usage too. It's when both teams are backed off, both are looking to reset. It gets you reset quicker than the enemy team, and that's going to allow Apes to come in here and sweep this vault as well. The momentum is there for them.
Yeah, and just to add insult to injury, get a wipe done and dusted. But what I will say is, even if you do defib one and res the other quickly, yes, one of your teammates is going to be half health. If you're running the heal B, which Krieger Blue is, you can also quickly turn around to your teammate, add some health to him. But even if that time isn't there, you have to immediately fight straight off. It's better to have a punching bag, whether that be your light, whether that be your heavy. You have a punching bag that can take the initial damage while the other two resituate themselves. So that's something you can do, but that's aggressive from Vanguard. Straight in, one for Drax, but
immediate trades.
Pika comes in as well. What an entry. Hello.
Immediate dive off the gateway. I believe it was Drax with the opening pick. Executor gets traded in return. But because Krieger's taken out early in that fight, there is no time to defib, especially with how fast the fight is. And look at that. Vanguard immediately going to go for the same play. They're going to get ready to pull this cash out. And actually, it looks like they're going to play below and then for the winch. They're not winching this out first. They're playing into their old strategy. Their first time around, it didn't work on this map. So they're going back to the rat and wait stall strategy. They're stalling it out with the gas. They're stalling out with the C4, and they're just lying below.
Let's see C4 got blown up there. I don't think their C4's on. Yeah, and I think
Another
the realization,
C4.
yeah, I need to be sure. Good replace.
Huge rotate.
Adjustment.
Oh, but Amanda's here. Amanda's looking for the winch claw, gets pulled into the dome, but it's a 2-on-1 and gets cleaned up because of it. Quick defib in for the fight. He's got to get some sort of heal off, but it's not going to happen. Amanda gets traded once again, and it's Ape Squad to get taken out. Vanguard with the quick adjustment back onto height. That's exactly what makes not only Gateway, but DMAT so powerful. It's going to allow you to put yourself in a better position really quickly. And off the pad of the jump pad as well, just put them back up on height, and they took the fight, and they took it with confidence. Vanguard rewarded with the second cash out of the map. We're going to a final cash out.
Ooh, baby. Final map, final cash out. Are we tying, or are we going to have a Vanguard victory? That is the question that we are lining up. Third vault is opening up. It's not been tapped just yet. So this is an ego challenge to start things off. I think this is going to be the biggest ego challenge you're going to see. The damage is strong.
Arbika can't stay for too long. He can't stay for too long, so he wraps back. He goes to support Drax. Heal's going to keep him alive through this fight and looking to clean up another. Drax with gas kills Krieger, and Arbika gets his finally.
Beautiful. And a quick rotation to D. Of course, this is a... You chuck this in the alley. It is... Oh, no.
Oh, they're going D.
Yeah, they are going to go D. So yeah, you could chuck this in the back alley. You now have a physical wall that no one can push through, and then on top of it is the multi-layered building where you can have a goo pattern, you can have anything. Think of anything in your imagination, you've got it. This is such a hard position to steal off because you have that physical wall with no way to run, but you have so much height to play off as well.
This point is just going to be DMAT heaven for Executor. Meanwhile, Apes, they're just going to go straight in for this. I think they're just going to try to winch it in. Data Reshaper? Excuse me? Data reshapes both the mines. Doesn't get the final gas mine, but it's okay because they can just heal through it. Manda waiting to stick this. And there is no C4, no stall for this. They've got to play above, and Drax, I think his legs just got spotted. They're looking to take this fight. Manda's climbing up. He looks for the winch, doesn't hit it. Might be able to get the follow-up. Manda gets winched in. That should be a cleanup. Tries to get healed through it, but it's not going to happen. Krieger immediately going for this defib. Does get it off. They're getting too deep into this engagement to make anything happen. Manda and Red Fox get picks of their own. It's all on to Drax, but both players, 4 Apes are low. They get the heal up here. And Drax with the shack. Can you make it happen? It's all up to you with the C4, and I don't think he makes it there in time. He's waiting. He's relying on his teammates to coin in, and he is banking on the fact that they can take this fast fight. They've won 2 fast fights before. Can they make it a third?
We know that the APS turret is such a powerful tool for them. Now we see that they've coined it. He drops down Drax. Is he going to find a free pick? No, Krieger Blue had support. So that's not going to work. You're a man down. One last rush has to start coming in. The revolver able to
all up to Executor.
On the floor. This is a great
oh, the heal's too good. Oh, no. The BM.
8-8. Sorry, 4-4. We gotta do it. We gotta do Kyoto.
No.
Please, somebody.
We can't.
Somebody. We can't have a tie. I'm lost for words.
I mean, that pick on Drax made the whole fight there. That made the difference. Drax decided he was going to wait for his teammate, and Apes hunted him down. That made it so difficult for them to win that final fight. But in the end, Apes will win SYS Horizon. Pretty even kill spread from everyone, though. 6 kills across the board from Vanguard. 4, 4, and 5 from Ape Squad. That should tell you, kills don't mean everything here. If you don't have the cash, you don't have the game. and a close fight between Ape Squad and Vanguard. I don't think we're getting Kyoto to end it out.
Aww. Boo. Boo. We wanted Kyoto. Get it in.
We'll give it just a minute.
Yeah, to be honest, let's talk about these two teams and how it's been up, down, left, right, literally like the map mode that's in this game. There's been a clear demonstration that off meta really does suit Vanguard. And I think that's been the topic of the point, that them being able to bring out these different abilities, these different weapons, is hard to counter. But when they rinse and repeat the same thing, very quickly we've seen how Ape Squad's been able to adapt and overcome their situation and been able to be true to themselves, to find a way to counter what's being thrown at them. And for me, that is brilliant. There are a few things to note. That Vanguard definitely are stronger rotating. They know how to create different angles. They know how to get around the map in a faster manner. However, Ape Squad also know how to control the pace of the match. They were the ones who were dictating who's going where, when, how, and why, and how their opponents is going to enter the sites a lot more efficiently. So there's a tit for tat with the way both teams run, which is why we're seeing strengths on some maps and weaknesses on others. So come the major, if these two face off against each other, I still feel it's a coin toss. We have not really shown any difference. We haven't said who is better here.
Yeah, that is true. And coming up with the major, I don't think these teams are in the same group, so they would see would see each other in day 2. They'd see each other in playoffs. So they're gonna have a whole day to warm up, adapt to all the other opponents before they have another meeting. So it's hard to say what the major will look like for these two teams. But I'm more than excited to say that both these teams showed their A game today. They also showed some wild off-meta picks, M60, Data Reshaper, just some really interesting things that I would also really like to see at the Grand Major. But at the end of the day, Ape Squad looking strong, Vanguard looking strong. It's hard to call the shots.
It's too hard to tell. For reference for the Grand Major coming up, of course, again, first of all, shout out for Ape Squad for coming to us and doing such an amazing show, putting up a great performance.
Thank you.
Ape Squad,
Thank you,
they've got a very tough bracket, but it's also a well-known bracket. TSM, Genji, and SGG are on their side of the bracket of Group 4. Vanguard on Group 3 has been what everyone's just called the coin flip group. No one knows, because King Zero, we don't know. We don't know much, particularly from the EMEA and NA. I have been trying my best to understand. I believe that's Chinese finals, but it's so closed off. I genuinely don't know. So that's one unknown we have. Vanguard have presented themselves as unknown till today, where they finally show some of their hands. And then you have Alliance, a top 3 team for EMEA, and Nightmare, a top 3 team for NA, is an absolute powerhouse walking in. Vanguard and King Zero are the unknowns that everyone is going, well, this is the coin flip. We don't know.
We'll have to see. The group stage is going to be hot, but I think that's going to have to wrap it up from us. Hyper, I have to thank you so much for being here with me. You've been an amazing caster. And also, I have to thank Ape Squad for making this happen. We appreciate it. It's a great opportunity, but also a lot of free content, not only for the community to get a glance in on what professional scrims might look like if they're not scrimming themselves, but also just great things for both of these teams to study into and prep for the major. I'm excited for everything that's coming in. Hyper, do you want to perhaps send us off here?
Yeah, of course. A lot of the team, we're only sending a small amount of Vanguard team over, and I first want to be grateful for Vanguard to send me over. So if you want to say hi, please do. I will happily be there and greet you all, as well as repping the Vanguard squad for getting some beautiful shots for them. So first of all, thank you for Vanguard for doing that. But for everyone who's been watching, put out the Vanguard flag. Let's go in strong. Let's dominate. And let's win this major. We'll see you in November 28th.
Absolutely. We'll see you all very, very soon. This has been Vav, and thank you very much, Hyper. We'll see you all soon.
And I gotta say, as much as we've been talking about Wing It, as much as we've been talking about, hey, we love that off-meta stuff, I want to see recurve bow. My real prediction is Vanguard.
Gotta go hard, gotta go hard. I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time. I gotta go high.
I gotta say, when it comes to Vanguard and what they're capable of, you know, Executor, Drax, Arpika, they have genuinely a really good shot at making this.
It is Vanguard that are on top. Arpika finding lovely, Sabotage finally dealt with by Executor. Vanguard get the kills in the transfer, and that should be enough to see them to success.
Arpika going for this steal. This might be a great opportunity for them, but they don't even need the cash.
Drax with the shack attacks, taking out the medium. It's only Manda left.
Off by Arpika with the 93R. He's chasing them down. He wants to continue this hunt.
Executor is executing them to perfection.
Jump out the window, then put the mask on. Who the bad man that a man got a bash on? Oh, bro, never link up. Blink and you will see us. Dumb Prince, love the ink up. See me in the NYC. You can never swing my knee. Oh, bro, never link up. Blink and you will see us. Dumb Prince, love the ink up. See me in the NYC. Home of the BIG.